Okay, welcome to Ellie Goldsmith's Relationship Flow. We'll get into the background noise around us of the sea and the fountain and some birds as well. Say hello.
Hello.
We have a special guest today. Been waiting patiently, everybody, for months to touch base again with Masha Goldschmidt, aka Martine, aka Teeny Pop 613. There's been even a new post on Vitality on the and well, Hashem, check it out. So now we are sitting by the beach, and it's the most beautiful colours, a moment.
Yeah, the sea's so calm today.
And it's in such contrast to what's going on out there.
Yeah, our son's in Gaza. Wow, we spoke to him.
Back in Gaza.
Back in. Very, very intense. Very intense.
Where it's called.
And we're speaking about it this morning at breakfast. It's been a very, very intense time period, and we I personally just needed to recharge so I can have strength for this next stage. And we
literally haven't done this since before the war started
even longer than that.
Yeah, because it was summer last time.
It's actually been like a year that we've had any sort of break.
Every so on we can drive onto the beach on a trip. But this is the opportunity to just literally be here for a few days.
I've been driving to the beach for Baruch Yitzchak when he would come back for the day or something. Anyway, so the point is that we're talking at breakfast. I was just saying how intense it is. You could have at the same time like such extreme things going on inside of you. Like we're sitting here, for me, like my happy calm place is the beach, and sitting here and I'm looking at the sea, and when we were eating breakfast we could see the sea and the trees and the sky, and it's also beautiful. And I'm trying to be in the moment and give myself strength, and knowing at the same time that my son's in Gaza in tremendous, intense fighting and protection and of themselves and for us and everything, and then like at the time you trying to be in the moment and trying to feel calm and trying to live, because I know that's what my son wants me to do. He wants me to be strong. He wants me to live. That gives him strength over there. But at the same time, you like had this overwhelming heaviness as well, and it's both these things going on inside of you at the same time, and it's like really, really intense, and it really takes a lot of energy. Like I was saying, how tired I'm. I'm just so tired physically, and it's such intense inner work going on all the time.
Well, that's part of what we hope to accomplish these few days, because everything we do is always very mission focused. So we want to get more clear what our mission is.
Yeah, can I just sit here in a peaceful environment?
We've spoken about, re-energize, and allow our minds to open to a more positive wavelength.
Yeah, sometimes you have to kind of stop a little just so that you can have the space for flow.
But in the other sense, we just had a phone call Saturday night, mostly Shirat. We can't obviously get into all the stories, but based on what's publicised, Baruch Yitzchak has done, and his unit and the units around have done such tremendous work.
It's been much more different.
Hundreds of
much
terrorists
more intense
been
than last
arrested
time.
and killed, and missile sites. And
I mean, when he was speaking to me, I heard the missiles flying over his head. He literally was like, "Whoa!" Like I heard it, and went over. It flew over his head.
He's schwitzing.
It's very hot over there. They're like literally, and they can't take off their vest for even a minute. So last time there was
moments of comfort.
Moments where there would be some like watching over to
ongoing.
It's non-stop.
Ongoing work and hard work, and we have such appreciation for what they're doing.
He's happy, and he said, "Mommy, I'm happy. We're doing what we have to do, exactly where we're meant to be. Like I can't think of being anywhere else right now."
And I feel like the more we're doing our mission as a people, the more Hashem is taking care of our business, like taking away the Iranian president and all his henchmen around them, whoever blew up in that helicopter crash. Not that we wish bad upon general human beings, But these guys have, you know, caused such havoc in the world, and it's such a blessing that they're no longer here. And
But I think that also what I speak to a few other mothers about, which I think is very important, because people will tell you, have emunah, like have faith. I'm just using that as a translation, but I know it's not the translation. But you know, have emunah, and it's not a contradiction to your belief in Hashem and your emunah and your deep understanding that Hashem knows what's best and He's running the world and He's in control. Like, it's not a contradiction to your emunah and all those beliefs. It's not a contradiction to have a bit of anxiety and fear at the same time. Like,
right.
You got your son, we have our sons in there fighting. It's all unknown. We don't know. We literally don't know. Like, we're sitting in the hotel room yesterday. It must be a new thing because they never did it before when we were there, and the reception phoned up to our room to check if everything was okay in the room because we had just
never
arrived.
done that in this
Never
hotel.
have.
We've been there many
Literally,
years.
I just put a sign on our front door at home. Please don't knock on the door. If you need to knock, please phone or message before.
'Cause my
I'm
son's
telling
in
you,
Gaza.
I'm telling you, the ring of that phone in the hotel room, I literally, my whole body turned to jelly. I thought I was gonna faint. I'm like they fat, like Katz, I'm like, we shouldn't have to know of such a thing. But I'm like, in my head at that moment, split second of the phone ring, I'm like, they found me here, like they're phoning me to tell me something like about Katz, and like, it's this constant, like,
also for our friends' children.
Yeah, and I just don't want my friends to go
just
through.
keep
I don't
hearing the news.
and I don't want anyone
like
to go through. I don't want
any,
anyone to go through it. I just don't. I really just, Hashem just needs to protect everybody. But
Amen.
so
what's your key, like, physic point? How are you keeping strong? Because I've noticed that you are functioning, like you can do mother,
it's definitely much harder.
Doing all your jobs.
It's definitely a bit harder this time round than last time. I mean, that has affected me physically much more. Like, I'm much more tired and dizzy and stuff
TMS,
from it all. Yeah, like psychosomatic.
I've had it in my
your back always goes, but I'm basically, like, I'm really trying to like trying to just picture him. I just picture him like running around there with light on, running and with light on him, just really, light, smiling and smiling.
That's really true. Probably what he's doing. He's very focused.
And also, it's actually really funny because
he was built for this.
I was speaking to a different mother yesterday, and she said sometimes she'll have thoughts, and she literally, like, physically shakes her head. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, me too. Like, literally, that's what happens. Like, because you get the thoughts come to your head, and like, I physically, like, shake my head to, like, shake the thought out, so we can't control the thoughts that are going to come into it, but we can control not to entertain the thoughts. So I literally physically shake my thoughts. The only one that did that, and then she was saying that she does that. And
so
I guess also the comfort is also when you speak to other mothers, and how you each coping, and also you see you're not alone, because people share the same feelings or the same coping mechanisms, or you share, and it's just
let me summarize a little bit. So the first thing you said at the beginning is the fact that you love him so much, and you talk to him, and you see so much.
I send him hugs in my head.
You see, and a lot of positive thoughts. Your visualization, you do.
Yeah.
You also do a lot of positive actions, like keep functional.
Yeah, like when I went for a jog the other day, I haven't gone jogging in ages, and that's also my happy place. But I chose to at the end, like, do a bit more of like an intense part of a run, and I'm like, I'm going to do this for Baruch. I'll do things that push my mental and physical capacity, and I say I'm doing this for Baruch. It's like I'm sending him strength.
I'm trying to do that with my work, because I'm pushing myself to
I think it's good to do that anyway in life. Anyway,
to use that as a push to constantly be functional, learn a little bit more, pray a little bit more, have in mind Birkas Kohanim.
Yes, I always do.
And the group aspect, this is the last point that you mentioned, and I agree totally. Having people you can talk to and connect, having friends. I've had friends come up to us, people have delivered gifts. The Haredim are still sending from Yerushalayim presents every week, and it's really appreciated.
And when I in shul, especially where we in Shirat in Efrat, which is so special, when they sing Eitz Chaim, and I just close my eyes, and I literally feel I mean, it's a very, very special. You feel very intensely Hashem's presence
also,
at that moment.
But
I'm saying, and then I close my eyes and I literally just picture the Chayalim with, like, especially, and Baruch is like,
I haven't mentioned
just smiling
this
and
publicly, but Shirat David have let me like open up the Aaron Kodesh many times for Avinu Malkeinu, special tefillah that additional Avinu Malkeinos were created for the sake of the situation we're in. And for a while during Nisan we didn't say it, but now we're saying it again. Today actually there's no Tachanim because of the miracles that happened. There's no extra more mournful prayers today because it's considered a little bit of a Yom Tov, like a happy day, because of what happened with the miracles for us, as our enemies are being not successful. And this is a big thing. We need to keep visualizing the success of this war. This is the sphere of Netzach, of victory and eternity, and that we're going to be victorious. We need to visualize our children being victorious in all their different roles, because we've got other children as well, and each of them are superheroes, soldiers who are doing their missions, and ourselves. And that's part of what we hope to come out of the next few days. And
also, sorry, another thing, I just want to say that a lot of people, obviously, especially right now, want to do a lot of acts of kindness and things, and in merit, for the sake of the soldiers and the hostages and everything. And there's some mothers of Chayalim that have less strength to be able to do that, and then and then they feel like, oh, I'm not doing enough. I don't have enough merit to for my son or the Chayalim, and I really feel that just being the mother of a Chayal is a huge merit. And second of all, it doesn't always have to mean cooking meals for people, or it can even just smiling at somebody and giving them a compliment, and that gives them strength for their day. There's so much acts of kindness that you can do.
I've arranged events that with people who are very strong in these outlets, like Yishai Fleischer or Rudy Rockman, or any of the people I work with, to empower them to reach more people. And that's one of the things I believe will help us win this war, is that we need to have the right das, the right awareness, and we have to keep learning and sharing the truth of Shlomo Katz's classes, keep sharing that truth. What I'm doing with Yosef, Aaron, with singing and talking about the war, and just giving a lot of kind energy out there. And I think this is what's going to help us really be victorious, is constantly producing positivity. But now also what we're doing today, internalization and refocusing, getting our mission statement clear of what we're here for.
You have to do it on a personal level. You can't always look at what other people are doing and other people's voices. Get strength from other people. It's
nothing I'm doing is to show off or to. It's to really just share the light that we're blessed to have living here in Eretz Yisrael.
And everybody's got a different voice.
And I have to thank those people who've helped us to raise a bit of money for the soldiers. We're going to, please God, better help them have what they need out there. Different things they're missing, and that's a big blessing. We just wish everyone only good news, and thank you for joining my soulmate and myself. Anything you want to say before we go?
Each person has their own voice, and you have to learn to listen to your inner voice and trust your inner voice also. We need to listen to other people and get strength and share and unify, but we need to listen to our inner voice and trust our inner voices.
Right.
Also, who we are and what we need and what we can do, and the power that we have within. And it doesn't mean what the other person is doing.
Right, emunah in ourselves, very important.
Because it's the only way we're going to be able to have strength to share with other people, so we can. So
I feel that with Baruch Yitzhak and his unit, he has emunah and they have emunah in themselves.
Yeah.
And as a team.
And each other, they work very well together as a team.
It's a really big blessing, that. So we should only hear good news. Thank you for listening, and share on your relationship flow.